reading. This is your readings for Thursday this week. Although the readings are timeless, so whenever you come across a reading, it will be relevant to you at that time. So we have 3 piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. If you need a moment to sit with the piles a little longer to see where you feel guided to, please pause now. Otherwise, we will begin. So, pile 3, pile 2, pile 1. I have pre-shuffled. I still don't know what anything is. I know what this card is, and that's it, of everything. That's the only card that I saw. Don't even remember what, yeah, I know what it is. All right, so let's start with it, seeing as I know what it is. We have the 4 of Hearts. The 4 of Hearts is a message around... Hearts is a message of relationships with yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. The 4 is a message of ready, steady, go, go, go. So it tells me that you've taken an action, or you took an action. I'm also seeing it as the 8 though, because there are 8 hearts on the card. So I'm seeing it as you took an action, which was with the 4, and now the manifestation is coming. So let's say, for example, you were asking for a partner, you were asking for a friend, a better relationship. So the 4 was you making a decision to create that. So let's say it was a partner. And the 4 could be you went to a party, you gave someone your phone number, you took someone's phone number. And from the 4 to the 8, you've been getting to know each other. And the 8 is that you actually become a couple. So it's like there's something happening around you that is changing. You made a decision around a relationship and you've walked towards it very openly, and now you're in receiving mode. Now this is about you receiving the manifestation of what you put your energy into. Hey Shan, this is meant to be private. I don't know why I'm on live. I didn't do it nicely today. This is a pick a card reading for tomorrow. I'll be posting this tomorrow. I'm gonna, yeah, I have to continue. It's all right. I'll be on in an hour though. I'll be on, well, in 40 minutes. I'll be on with the live for everybody, but this is for tomorrow's. I don't know why it's come up live now, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna continue, okay? So I'm in my flow with the pick a card readings for the collective. So we have the cockatiel. Find your motivation with the 4 and the 8. Wow, I want to see what the other messages are. I want to see what they are. Wow. We have Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. I'm talking with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways. Woo. We have Cowrie. Cowrie for me is like a representation of, it's a couple of things. It could be money. And it could be something that you have someone around you that is someone that's passed, somebody in spirit that's around you that you have something of theirs of sentimental value. And then we have the name Roger, which for me represents a change of climate, change of location. With the 4, Man in the Mirror. Wow. This is like a feeling, it's like a feeling of, with all these messages, of you moving. Although the 4, like I said, is an action. And the 8, with the 8 hearts, is that the manifestation is coming. If you look at this bird is kind of looking into the distance, which is kind of like the change of location, change of climate. Is looking into the distance at somewhere else. Very interesting. And then with the Cowrie, you've got someone with you, helping you, supporting you at this moment. But it's also, the Cowrie for me is also about money. So it's like this manifestation of yours is a big thing. I feel like it's you. Maybe a way to explain this is kind of like if you had met somebody, but they don't live where you are. And you've got to know each other, but now you're thinking about making that move to go to where they are. And it's like, should I really do that? Is that the best thing for me? Because the 4 is all about doubts. It's all about, is this the right thing for me? Should I have done that? Is this, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too rash. Maybe I was being a bit too rash. Maybe this is not the best thing for me. It's kind of like that feeling though. Find your motivation. It's like you've been stuck, not stuck, but you've been in your position for a while. And this is about you now moving beyond that position to your future where you have firmer foundations. And you've got the change of location, climate change. And we've got Man in the Mirror with Michael Jackson with... I'm talking with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. So he's got this really big feeling of there has to be a change to be able to receive this manifestation. You cannot stay where you are and receive this manifestation. There has to be a movement, and it's like all over the place. Because the 4, like I said, is a message of ready for some action. Then you've got find your motivation with this bird looking into the distance like it wants to go somewhere. Change of climate, change of location is that moving, is a movement, moving to a new place, moving to a new house. And then the cowrie, which is about, like I said, somebody being with you and you have something of sentimental value from them. But it could also be a message of abundance, because cowrie for me represents money. So maybe this 4 is, this is what you need to do for yourself to be able to love yourself more. Maybe it's yourself that you need to move from where you are to create this change for yourself, to bring something new into your world, for you to be able to be the newer version of you. It's very interesting, but there's definitely a movement here, group 1. There's a movement, and there is definitely either it's somebody that you're moving towards, you've made a decision to move, or it's that you have decided that you are worthy of the love that you give to yourself. You are worthy of being more than you've been, and that this is what you need to do to create the major changes that will bring you to where you want to be, the person that you want to be, who you're becoming. It's very beautiful. I feel like where you are, you've got lots of eyes on you. You feel a lot of pressure. And you have this goal, but all of these eyes kind of keep you in place. It's like, I don't know what to do. Because if you fell, then it's like you've got so many eyes on you. But this is about you letting go of the eyes and you looking at your prize. You looking at where you're going and what you're going to receive from where you're going. It's like getting out of your own head. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Da 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 da. That's the message. that's what I'm leaving you with, group 1, because that is the message. If you want to make your world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. And it could be letting go of how other people see you, just deciding to do things for yourself and not for everybody else anymore. Letting go of the idea of failure, because there is no failure, there's only learning. Very beautiful, group 1. Hope this made sense, and I wish you a wonderful week. Take care. Let me drink a little bit of water. Group 2, welcome group 2. This is your message for this week, a message you are meant to hear. Let's see what message comes out for you. Bob. We have a Bob Marley quote. Bob Marley, don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver or gold. This is like moving towards, or not getting so caught up in the physical world. That's what this message is making me feel at this moment. Not getting so caught up in the physical world. What you have inside of you is so much more valuable to you than anything that you can actually hold in your hand. You are the most important thing in your world. The Ace of Hearts. This is like a rebirth. Ace of Hearts is around relationships with yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. The Ace message is take a breath. So the Ace tells me that around relationships, there has been this change that's happening in your world. It could be that somebody has passed over with the Ace. It could be that somebody's passed over and you're having to live differently because this person's no longer there and they were like a big part of your life and they're no longer there. So it's not like you can just pick up the phone anymore or go and visit them or however you interacted. It will be different. It could be that, but it could also be that there are things that are being dropped out of your life that no longer serve you. This is a rebirth. So, for example, let's say you have people in your life. Let's say you have friends in your life that haven't really treated you very well. They talk about you behind your back, and they're just not the best friends that you could have. They're not the most respectful towards you. This is like you now being able to see them in light and letting them go so that you're able to bring in people that treat you with the respect that you deserve, treat you as amazing as you are. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. So if I put that to the scenario that I just said, these friends are kind of the idea of the silver and gold, the physical thing. Like I said, you are more important than the physical thing. So it's about letting go of these things that no longer serve you. It could be people, it could be things that you have, but it's time to let them go so that you can walk into the newer version of yourself, which is never comfortable. The Ace is never a comfortable place because it is part of you that you will be grieving as well, because as you move into a new place, part of you is being let go of. So as you're letting go of this part of you, for me, there is a grieving process that happens for ourselves. So it doesn't feel particularly comfortable. It's a bit confusing going through the Ace. It's a bit like you don't really fit in with the people that you fitted in with. Well, not all of them anyway. You might still fit in with some, but it will not be many of them anymore. So you're not really fitting into the crowd that you fitted in with. You don't really have anything to say that kind of resonates with them, or what they're saying doesn't resonate with you anymore. So it's kind of like an uncomfortable place because it's a place that you've known for a long time, you've been comfortable in, and now all of a sudden you're not comfortable in it. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why do I feel like this? But it's because you've changed. You're no longer in the frequency of them. They're in a different frequency to you, and because you're in a different frequency, it means that you're just not connecting in the same way that you were, because you've grown. You've grown a bit. And we have the boxer dog. Time for some action. From the Ace to the... Oh, we could do from the 3 to the 4 as well. Right, so I'm going to do it from the 3 to the 4 because it's what makes sense at this moment for me. So the Ace, this Ace, which is a rebirth, but I feel that this rebirth is around you although you will be letting go of things because that's what happens, I feel that it's around you being able to be more authentic to yourself, you being able to allow that genius out of yourself, that part of you that is, it's like the superpower of you, your very own superpower that you have. The 3 is somebody that's extremely creative and kind of flows with their creations. So I feel that that's what's happening with you at the moment, group 2, that you are experiencing this new rebirth, or this rebirth, to be able to connect to that creativity in yourself and move with the inspirations, not worrying about, it's very similar to group 1, not worrying about how other people are perceiving what you're creating, but you do you. And then we've got the boxer dog, time for some action. And in front of him, it's just full of red. There's so much red, which is like the foundations. It's you moving towards you. The 4, time for some action, is about you having to take an action, you needing to take an action. The action doesn't have to be big with the 4. The action could be you decide through your creativity that, okay, I want to start an art class. So you start going to, you research for an art class. That could be the action. The action could be you go to a museum. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just like a very slight decision that you make. The time for some action that will lead you towards these inspirations, because it's like if you keep getting the inspirations but you're never taking action towards the inspirations, then they're not coming out of you, they're in you, you're holding them in place and they have no space to breathe. I'm saying that, and I looked up and the time was 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 like move, and it's almost what we have here. 1, we've got 3 and 4. Yeah, this is a 2 actually, so we have 1 2 3 4. Isn't that funny? Yeah, so that's what I feel for you, group 2. I feel that you're going through this rebirth. You are experiencing a newer version of self that is more open to being self, more open to being authentic to self, more open to being to moving towards the things that you're passionate about. And that will help you to keep expanding, keep moving towards the things that will keep helping you to grow, the things that you're in love with, the things that you feel passionate about. Once you take that action comes the 5. And the 5 is about finding that balance, because we can get through these first stages very quickly. The ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, they can go very quickly. But the 5 is kind of like the middle ground. It's really important, the 5, because when we make a decision, what can happen after we've made a decision, we start doubting that decision. Should I have done that? Was that the best thing for me? Maybe I shouldn't have done it. What if I get hurt? What if people let me down? What if? There could be like a million what ifs that come up. So the 5 is bringing yourself back to that balance of why you're taking these steps, why you're moving in this way, why you're choosing to do this, because it will be uncomfortable to you, because it's not something that you've overly practiced. What you've practiced is not doing these things, not listening to the inspiration so much. So this is you doing something different to what you have done before. So it requires you to, it's like setting new neurons in the mind to be able to firmly implant these new ideas into you. The red, new ideas, roots, growing. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. It would have felt like you were stuck as well and you couldn't make these decisions. But I feel because of this rebirth, that's why you are now in a place to make these decisions. But once you've made your decision to take an action, bring yourself to balance. Gratitude. Focus on gratitude. Focus on all that you have that feels good in your life. And keep going back to that place of all feels good. Whatever that place is for you. Because we all have different places. Some places we look at in our minds and it doesn't feel good. Other places we can think about and it feels amazing. So keep going back to them amazing places. Right. Hope that made sense, group 2. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Right, let me drink some water. Group 3, welcome to your pick a card reading. Let's see what your messages say. This came out on Tuesday as well. Tuesday's pick a card. We have the name Gerard, Godfather figure. They're very popular this week. Godfather figure. Godfather figure is somebody that would have been in your world to kind of help support you. Could have been a godfather, it could have been a stepfather. It's godfather figure. It's somebody that's there to look after you. The Northern Timber Wharf. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there is about getting out there. Not stopping yourself. Ooh. We have the word wedding ring, or the object wedding ring. You wear something of sentimental value. You wear something of sentimental value. This could be from this person, this godfather type figure, that you wear something of sentimental value. It could be from somebody else. There's definitely somebody that's passed that's with you though, or a couple of people that are with you, that want you to know they're with you. Wedding ring for me also represents like a commitment to self, not just to self, but a commitment. Could be a commitment that you're getting married, but I see it more as a commitment to self, that you're now willing to take a step towards what makes you happy. Ooh, nice. Then we have yellow, self-image. All right, so this is kind of like, I'm getting this feeling of kind of exercising. Very interesting. Put yourself out there, self-image, this commitment to self. It's all kind of giving me this feeling of you haven't been very happy with your appearance, with your body. And now is the time that you're being shown to commit to self, or that you are committing to self. That you are putting yourself out there to do something about what you're not happy with. And that's not necessarily, like, let's say you were overweight and you wanted to be healthier. So you start doing exercise. That could be it. It could be a physical thing. But it could also be put yourself out there. It's kind of like, and a self-image. It could also be like you can go out and you don't talk to anybody because you're not confident in who you are. You're not confident in what you look like. You're not confident within yourself. This could be the commitment to work on that confidence within self. To start talking to people that you wouldn't normally do. Yeah, we've got the number 1. The number 1 is the roots. It's definitely something foundational that's changing for you, because the 1 is the foundations, our stability. And I do feel that this is around how you have viewed yourself before this change that's coming. So, like I said, maybe you're not very confident, so you will be working on confidence. There's like a commitment to self that you are doing for self, so that you overcome these ideas of self or your old beliefs about self. It's very nice. Even nicer. We have the 6 of Hearts, which I'm also seeing as a 10 of Hearts. So the Six of Hearts is a message of, it's around relationships with yourself, a partner, family, friends, colleagues. This definitely feels like for yourself though. And it's a message of planting seeds. So what it tells me is that there's like an expansion happening. You've planted seeds and you are putting energy into these seeds growing so that you're able to, or these changes happen around you because of your growth. It could be before that I feel like you're somebody that would have experienced anxiety, and that's something that will be coming down. I don't feel that you will experience it now the same way that you have, unless you're in the emotions of where you were before. But because you're growing and you're learning new ways, new ideas, new beliefs about self, that will eventually just drop off. And I feel like you experience anxiety, number one, because of the one, and the self-image. When we don't love ourselves, when we're around other people, even by ourselves, our roots are not very strong. So it's very easy to kind of bully self. It's very easy to see yourself in a not nice light. So I feel that that's what your roots are working on. This being able to lift yourself up, encourage yourself, lift yourself up, nurture self, which is the 6. Nurture yourself and speak lovingly towards self that you wouldn't have been doing before. Like for the body, for example, you could, oh, I hate this part of myself. I hate that part of myself. I don't like this. Or why does this bit have to be like this? Or you get the idea. And with this 10 on the 6 as well, I feel like that was why the anxiety actually, the 1 and the 10, which are both 1s. I feel like with this 10, you would have been in like a place of, the 10 for me is what ifs, but what if nobody likes me? But what if they think I'm rubbish? But what if they think I'm stupid? But what if they think I'm not pretty enough? But what if everybody ignores me? But what if it dies? But what if it doesn't happen? But what if it fails? But what if it doesn't stop with the what ifs? So they just go on and on and on and on and on. And I feel like that's where you're coming from, this place of what ifs. This place of what ifs. But now you're moving into this place of nurturing self, loving self, giving yourself what you need to be able to nurture self, to be able to get yourself out there feeling confident about who you are, what you're doing, what you're saying, how you look. And you've definitely got the support here helping you, this godfather figure and this wedding ring and the commitment to self. I feel that that's something very new for yourself, this commitment to self. I feel like before other people you would have been more committed to other people rather than self. Now this is like a change that's happened within you, that you're like, listen, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to make this change, and this is what I'm doing now. This is how I'm going to be now. And you're really putting your energy into that and working from this place of, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And you may have days that it's not that easy. And it's like, I don't feel like it today. I just want to curl up in bed and I just want to disappear. But the more practice you put into this newer version of yourself, this newer nurturing of ideas and emotions rather than smothering or limiting your ideas and emotions, the more you will grow. And that's the difference, I think, of where you're coming from to where you're going. You have limited your ideas and beliefs around self a lot in the past, and now it's like it's broken. There's something that happened that snapped that to pieces, and you're now walking ahead into a place that is so much more nurturing and loving to self. And that will give you so much, bring so much more light into your world, because you will shine in this newer place. You will feel the confidence that you've been looking for and be able to move without worrying how other people see you, what people think of you. It's very nice. This is very empowering. Whatever this break that happened with this one, because the one for me is like, it's a rebirth. It's something happened around you that has created this big shift within you. And when we experience this shift, this is very similar to 2 as well. The messages are really similar today on each of the piles. When you have this shift, it can be very uncomfortable because you're not really fitting into the world that you did fit into. That doesn't feel comfortable. You don't know the world you're moving into, so that doesn't feel comfortable. So it's like, so where do you fit in? At the moment, you don't really fit in. It's just this new world that you're getting to know and getting to explore and getting to experience. And that is you as well. You getting to know yourself. You getting to know who you are now. So that isn't comfortable, but the more energy you put into getting to know yourself and getting to know this newer place that you are, the more comfortable you become there. Hope that helps, group 3. I wish you a wonderful day. I will be back on Tuesday. This will be posted tomorrow, Thursday. I will be back on Tuesday for some more pick a card readings, and I will be back in 10 minutes for the live free readings. Take care, have a wonderful day, and see you soon. Bye.